All right, this is Jackie with In the Key of Change. I'm here with the material at South by Southwest. Welcome. What are some of the benefits of playing such a big festival like this?
There's definitely a lot of people, a million bands, so not only are you meeting like new fans, you're also meeting new friends and people in bands, and it's nice to have a concentration of people all in one spot, as opposed to going to multiple different cities. Even when, press is concerned, it's just everyone's all here together, so it's super beneficial as a band.
Yeah, the foot traffic element is really nice. Like normally you have to get people to show, and the only reason they'll come out is if they know who you are, but at this place it's like people are just out and about, so if they just stumble upon you, it's a great way to get some attention.
Now bitch, what's the worst part?
Worst part? Parking, and parking costs sucks.
Walking really far.
Yeah, lugging gear like through crowds and crowds of drunk people.
I feel like some people can get a little too rowdy sometimes, makes the experience a little less enjoyable.
And I'm sure you're not one of those people, ever.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I just dance.
Why don't you show us a little?
I'm not inebriated at the moment.
Now, you've played South by Southwest as well as Work Tour, both of which are grueling. So how do you keep going?
I think it's important to recharge your batteries, especially on this trip. Our van broke down multiple times on our tour out here, so that was kind of, it's hard to keep your spirits up, but like Kevin said, if you can't hang, go home, and it's true, or stay home. And I mean, I think that I was getting frustrated too, and I was like, that's true, it's not for everyone for sure, but to recharge your batteries, like once we got to San Antonio, Texas, we had a show that day, and we all walked down the river walk, and we sat down and had a beer in this Irish pub, and we just kind of exhaled, and I felt like that was really important to keep the morale up, is just kind of taking time out of the hustle and bustle, and just pausing and realizing how cool is it that we get to do this for our lives and careers. It's really cool.
We literally recharged our batteries too at the Ford dealership because our alternator died.
And that happened.
But I always say just focus on the journey and not the destinations, so that if stuff like that does happen, you can just make a moment out of it and just be cool with it. So that's really cool.
It's stories now, so
yeah.
So playing South by Southwest and Warped, how do you leave your mark in a sea of hundreds of bands?
I think it's important to not, you obviously have to care about what you're doing, but you don't want to try too hard, just have a good time and do what you enjoy doing, and people respond to that, I think.
Also just making an effort to meet people and be friendly with people who come to see you, go to see them after you finish playing. And that leaves a bigger, I feel like that oftentimes leaves a bigger mark if you actually connect with someone on a personal level than if they just watched you kind of disconnected from audience and stage. So if you can connect with them on a personal level and just learn a little bit about them, it'll make them, it'll make you friends instead of just you came to see us type thing.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, good job. All right, Neil.
So what are some influences, or describe to fans what Everything I Want to Say, your new LP, which comes out April 9th, give us a description. What can fans expect?
It's a much more stripped down version of what the material was before. We got rid of a lot of the electronic elements, and it's just what you see here is what you get pretty much.
It made translating from the studio to the stage really easy because we didn't have to play along to electronic beats or tracks or anything like that. It's basically just straightforward rock band, just going to our roots. And I feel like as trends come and go, it's just nice to stick to your rock roots, and that's always going to be relevant. So we just like to rock out and have fun, and
So Any plans to make a music video anytime soon?
Yes. Actually, in a couple weeks, we're going to be probably doing one for an interlude that we did on the album. It's real short. Showed it to a friend of mine, a really talented guy named Raul Gonzo, and he really liked that, and that track, even though it's short, I think it's going to be really cool. We're also going to be doing one for the song Life Fest, which is our single, probably next month sometime, so we're excited. I love that kind of stuff.
So what's up next for the material after all that?
Well, after South by, we just got to get back to Los Angeles, so we got like a 24-hour drive ahead of us. And then we get back, we have CD release shows for Everything I Want to Say in our hometown of Los Angeles at the House of Blues, but also in our original hometown of San Diego, which is like where our heart's at. So we're really excited about both those. And then we're just looking at summer tour options and figuring out how we can stay out on the road. So.
Well, stay tuned for more from the material. This is Jackie with Inthekeyofchange.com.